So I'm going to be speaking on some ideas. I'm just going to give you some ideas of what you can do with your summer. I'm sure we all have ideas of our own for summer, but I'm going to give you some more ideas. And I'm going to tell you like why I think they're good and just kind of share some stories and examples of things I've done in my life and things that you could do over the summer. Since it's nearing that time of year and yeah, it's summer. So internships, so reasons, so yes, that's me up there. I went to like just an information session about internships here at Mankato in Project Maverick. So if you don't know me, I'm a CIT major. So that's like computers and stuff. So I just kind of went to explore and see what was out there a little bit. And I actually had an assignment for class that I could like get extra credit if I went. So that's me showing my business cards, because the more business cards I got at the event, the better my grade on my extra credit was gonna be. Um, so so reasons to pursue internships. You can learn about your career, travel to somewhere you've never been, like other states, other countries, explore what you're going to be doing, learn from the job, possibly get a full-time position right out of school, and meet new people. And I also have I have a Bible verse on this. Obviously, you don't have to believe to be here, but me and the other facilitators are believers, and we choose to um, direct the presentation in that way. So in Matthew 24:32, the New Living Translation states, "Now learn a lesson from the fig tree. When its branches bud and its leaves begin to sprout, you know that summer is near." All right, so other things to earn money, jobs. So I have had a few jobs. I haven't had too many jobs, but I've had a few. So I worked at Lake Elmo Park Reserve, which is a Washington County park, and my job there was to do about two things. Well, I had a lot of responsibility, I guess, but I had two major positions. It was kind of grouped into one, but I had my position was known as guest service attendant, and what I did was sold. So it's a county park. I don't know how many of you are familiar with like county or state parks. Like basically, usually they have like a sticker you put on your windshield. So my job was to sell those and to check people into campsites and take reservations for campsites and put them in a software system that tracked all the campsites. And then my second kind of path there was that sometimes I would be signed up for concessions around the swimming pool, and I would have to sell people food for fun. Yeah, definitely. And then another thing I did in the middle, kind of on the top middle, that's like a drainage ditch I did. That wasn't actually paid. I just stuck it on here because it was kind of work. So I did that for my dad. And then the one on the bottom, it doesn't really depict it well, but what I was doing there was I had all these river rocks, and I was just scraping away at like trying to get all the river rocks out of this for this guy I worked for. I had to move all the river rocks, clean them, and then plant grass where the river rocks were. So that was a lot of work, and I actually got a forearm strain from doing it. So, so reasons to have jobs, money for so you can have money for school, to continue thinking, to have money for apartments, gas, savings, investing, and those were my examples for that. So you can also take classes. I've taken a few classes over the summer, actually. I've taken, so reasons to take classes, to get ahead in school, to continue thinking over the summer, to explore interests, and some examples that I have are, so I took Calculus 1 over the summer. Do not advise that. That was not fun in the like 3 week the 3 week time period. Yeah. So that was the first thing I have. And then the second was I actually did this. My mom works at Hamlin University, so I did a little boot camp there. It was a business thing. I think it was actually for like kids from less fortunate circumstances, so my mom kind of sneaked me in there. But and then, so this is a huge thing for me, is like just learning stuff on your own. This is kind of like something I'm passionate about, actually, and yeah. So some things I did. So I've taught myself a few things over the last few years. I taught myself how to swim this last semester, which I didn't know how to do very well. So I got in the pool, started swimming, learned how to swim, and self-taught myself how to lift weights properly. And I'm also learning Arduino, which kind of goes along with my major. So, yeah. And reasons to learn on your own. Learning a valuable life skill. Being more well-rounded. Learning how you learn. So like for me, I learn best from like watching and then doing. So I'll watch something and then I'll go do it. But it also helps me to be in an environment that's like suited for it. So like if I'm trying to learn how to lift weights, it's easier for me to go to the gym and learn how to lift weights than it is at home. For example, for like learning, like for studying, it's better for me to go to the library than do it at home. Anyway, so that's pretty much it. Let's see. Improve self-confidence, build strength of mind, etc. And then take trips. Reasons to take trips. You learn about the world outside of home, meet new people from other places, explore new ways of living, make stories and memories to tell others, bond with family and friends, and just Because they're fun. Yeah, because they're fun. So some examples for me, I went to South Dakota. So you can see on the bottom here. I'll just go over here. So this is me in South Dakota. That's from South Dakota too. That's a buffalo. But this is Mount Rushmore back here. That was a while ago. I had hair back then. And then I got Duluth. That's like a big iron ore boat. And then that's me in Duluth up there too. Up here. And then Alaska. This is from Alaska. That's a rockfish. And this is from Alaska. And then this is from Arizona, and that's from Alaska, the bear. And then I have another Bible verse on this one. Proverbs 10:5, which says, "A wise youth harvests in the summer, but one who sleeps during harvest is a disgrace." And then another thing is to like catch up with family and friends. So reasons, they hopefully love and care about you. I hope so. And they can be resources, and it's good if your resources have good perceptions of you. Social connection is important and fundamental for our well-being, to our well-being. And some examples here, I have hang out with your mom, your dad, do stuff with friends, ask how they are if you haven't spoken to them in a while, and tell them you love them. Do something new. Try something new. So reasons to expand your comfort zone, heighten your knowledge of the world, opens your eyes to new experiences. You might find you really enjoy something you never knew. So I went skydiving. Yeah. That's all I have.